Market volatility got you stressed? Equity Multiple makes diversification simple. Access vetted, institutional-grade commercial real estate starting with just $5K. Tap into current yield and upside and build passive income streams without any of the headaches of managing property. This episode brought to you by Equity Multiple. Welcome to modern real estate investing. Visit equitymultiple.com/boost and earn an enhanced return on your first investment.
Have we figured out how to explain deja vu? How do chameleons do that thing they do? Do you really need to wash your blue jeans? Yeah, you do, but how often? Hey, my name's Mike Simpson. I've got a podcast about curiosities. It's called I've Got Questions. We go through my list of random stuff and yours. Please participate. Send me your questions. I'll find someone to answer them. We've talked about our true crime obsession, how grocery stores are tricking us, super secret flight attendant stuff. I've Got Questions. New episodes Thursdays on Odyssey or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Well, two poor dads, they are from Pennsylvania, didn't have much baking experience before the pandemic. But in April, they decided, you know what, we're going to have a bake-off.
Nice.
To see who could make the better cookies. And then they decided to have the ultimate taste test. They handed them out to frontline workers. And after that, they realized, hey, this could be kind of a cool thing if people did stuff like this. So they started a group called Cookies for Caregivers. And they have now, this group has delivered over 15,000 cookies to essential workers this year. Here are those two dudes talking all about it.
So I made cookies from scratch for the first time, and they weren't half bad. So I put up on Facebook that I had made cookies, and Jeremy here put up on Facebook that he had made cookies the same day, and he bet his were better than mine. And within about 3 or 4 days, we had 50 bakers locally who agreed to bake for us.
And this is just our small way of saying thank you and showing gratitude for what you continue to do and what you have been doing throughout this.
I just love that dudes are just up for a battle in anything. It doesn't matter what it is. You just bring up something like, dude, I could do that better. And it becomes, because I'm reading that one of the headlines in one of the articles, it's the Washington Post said, it started off as a macho bake-off between dads.
Yeah.
Macho. Months later, they've delivered 15,000 cookies to essential workers.
You want us to do stuff, just motivate us by challenge. You know, just say, look, it's a challenge, and then we'll do it.
Yeah, I'm going to be better than you. Yeah. So now all of a sudden I want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm with them, man. I've never baked before until last night. And
that's right.
Because today's the big day, the bake-off between myself and your daughter, Sarah. She's got her Oreo pie. I'm bringing in the lush cake.
Yep.
And baking is fun.
Did you put it in the oven?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Dude, everything. I put in work on this bitch.
Oh, this thing goes in there. I didn't know this thing went in the oven.
Oh, yeah. Everything was made from scratch, including the crust.
Wow.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I thought this was a no-bake cake, so when you said that, I thought you were joking.
Yeah, I did too, until all of a sudden I get the directions and the instructions from the family member that makes this, and I'm like, wait, this involves cooking. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Look at BJ. He has a newfound respect for this guy. Yes, Sarah, that's right. I came and I brought it. You got your store-bought crust. I made this crust with these hands.
Boom.
Well, that could go one of two ways.
I washed my hands throughout the entire thing.
Well, I wasn't worried about that, but I mean, when it's not store-bought, there's a possibility your crust could be bad, but it's also a possibility your crust could be great.
There's a high probability this cake will suck. Yeah. I do not know.
Yeah.
I like how you like baking all of a sudden, though.
Well, I mean, I'll probably never do it again. Because, and then the entire time, like, I made a video. It's up on my Instagram and my Twitter at I'm Steve Miggs, TikTok as well. I wasn't planning on videoing any of this, but my wife walked in as I was trying, because she's like, all right, I'm not doing anything. Like, this is all on you. Like, she wouldn't even tell me where certain pots and pans were. Like, it was ridiculous. I'm like, that's not the challenge. The challenge is me making it. You could at least tell me where things are.
Yeah.
And she's like, nope, figure it out on your own. And all of a sudden I look at her, she's just laughing at me. And she's got her phone out. I'm like, what are you doing with your phone? And she's just like, I'm videoing you because it's so ridiculous. So I'm like, all right, we'll just keep running video from time to time because I was trying to mix it with my hands, like all the ingredients.
Oh, you didn't use a mixer?
At first.
Oh.
Then she's like, you do realize we have a mixer. I'm like, we do? She's like, you are so clueless.
Yeah.
You're learning. It's
not your thing.
Well, I knew we had the big-ass mixer. I was like, that seems like a little excessive, but I didn't know we had a hand mixer. So then
Chef Miggs in the house.
Yeah, so this is made with, I don't know if it was made with love, but it was made with something.
See, baking is like, if you're going to start one of the crafts, whether it be cooking or baking is the tougher one. So you started with the baking.
Yeah, and I mean, mine wasn't necessarily like, it wasn't like over the top. I mean, it was really just a little mix of ingredients. The crust was the only thing that got cooked. Everything else was, you know.
Oh, I see. So the crust was so you didn't have to put the rest of it in the oven. Just
the crust I needed to cook, and then everything else was just like mixed together.
Look
and
at him, he talks like, oh, come on.
Yeah,
like he's an expert.
Come on, man. Like my video's ready for the Food Network.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah,
there you
put it out
are.
there.
Ready to take on Buddy?
Oh yeah, him and his broken hand or whatever he did to it while bowling.
Yeah.
I got him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Puyallup style, baby.
Oh, and there's
I love it.
Thank you, buddy. There's baby Tatum hanging out.
Oh yeah, she helped out.
Oh yeah, she did. She sat on the floor and said, I won't get in the way.
And I said baking is fun because I got to like sample things like after it was mixed up, because some of the mixing things.
Yeah.
Whatever they are. What do they call it, Vicky? The mixers.
Oh, the beaters.
The beaters.
Yeah, those.
Sorry, I'm just like, it looks like you were trying to like milk a cow there
Yeah.
with your hand motions. I was like,
Is that what we're calling it now? Okay.
Yes.
He knows that hand motion, but I think it has nothing to do with milking a cow.
Well, it has something to do with beating.
Whoa. Yeah. That's true. That's what we're saying.
Well, I look forward to seeing what you guys think. I haven't tried. My wife tried a little piece just to make sure I wasn't bringing in something completely terrible, and she said it was good.
Okay. Nice. Well, that's awfully nice of her to at least make you feel good.
Yes.
You know? Look, I'm going to tell you this. I mean, look, you have
you're going to go with your daughter.
Yeah, you have to understand my dilemma.
Yeah, no, dude, I expect you to expect you to say that mine is not as good as your daughter's, even though we know it's going to be better.
I have no comments on this at all. I will tell you this. I mean, I always love her pie, so I'm assuming it's going to be just as good. But will yours be better? No. Okay, there you go. That's the official answer.
That's fair. It's what a good father should do.
That's exactly it. The rest of you, well, if you want to, take on Sarah's ire, go ahead. Okay. Yeah, there you go. I would recommend honesty is not the best policy here, kids.
I say follow your heart.
Yeah, sorry.
And say what you think is best.
I'll follow my stomach. Thank you very much.
Okay, nice. And then and then we'll follow into the bathroom.
And if you're a fan of Cool Whip, there is an ton of Cool Whip in my thing.
Yes, as is Sarah's.
All right,
so it's Cool Whip Central is what we have.
A very healthy morning for us here.
Yeah. No doubt about it. Happy Thanksgiving before Thanksgiving, and I have a physical next week. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, that's a bad choice after Thanksgiving. Why would you do that?
I don't know. It's the only one I could get. I'm an idiot.
I cancel it.
Well, you know what? I look at it this way. I'm going to set up for next year. I figure
true.
If I go in now and have a horrible exam, and if I don't do it before Thanksgiving next year, I should be in good shape.
That's a good point. Yeah. I'll be like, wow, everything got so much better. I'm like, yes, I didn't do it after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to. The next year, I'll do it before.
One texter says, when it comes to Steve's cake, I think the phrase would be, it was not made with love, it was made with ignorance. Very true.
Yeah, love and ignorance. Sometimes they go hand in hand, though. I appreciate the fact he did it. We have 2 treats now because of it.
I know.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna, complain at all. Now listen, Steve, you were licking the beaters, but Canada's got a licking problem too. Unfortunately, it's not a beater licking problem. They got a big moose licking problem in Canada.
Well, who doesn't?
Hey, Steve will tell you all about it. He's got the Miggs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Miggs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Want to elevate your portfolio beyond stocks and bonds but not sure where to look? Equity Multiple brings you an unparalleled wealth generation ecosystem built on diversified real estate investments. With Equity Multiple, you can access commercial real estate, the preferred asset class of institutional investors. And you can get started with just $5K in a matter of minutes. Visit equitymultiple.com/boost and earn an enhanced return on your first investment. Equity Multiple. Welcome to modern real estate investing.
We all remember that one professor, the one everyone on campus had to take no matter what subject they taught because how much fun their class was. What if we told you there was a streaming service that had all those professors? One Day University has every must-have professor from the best colleges all across the country. One Day University, the most fun talks from the most fun professors. Available live and on demand. No homework, just the most fun you'll have while learning. Get a special offer at onedayu.com/odyssey.
The Russian invasion.
The heroic Ukrainian resistance.
It's the biggest land war in Europe since World War II.
And the War in Ukraine Daily brings it all to you.
From Moscow to Washington.
From Kyiv to Mariupol.
The War in Ukraine Daily talks to newsmakers around the world.
And to the everyday Ukrainians whose very existence is threatened.
Hear the heartbreaking stories of those caught in the war.
But also hear about the acts of bravery as history is being made.
I'm Mike Simpson.
And I'm Charles Feldman, inviting you to join us.
The War in Ukraine Daily on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Kia PR for giving us the Migs Report. Today is a day to celebrate a true national treasure when it comes to the Pacific Northwest. One of the most talked about Northwest legends of all time.
Thank you, man. I didn't know you made this day for me.
Wrong. Do you think you know who it might be? It's not you, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But
a national treasure of the Northwest? Is it a person?
It is a person.
Oh, it's J.P. Patches.
J.P. Patches. Great guess, but
wrong. Oh.
Vicky.
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix. Also great guess, but
wrong.
Rev.
D.B. Cooper.
Great guess. And right.
Bing, bing.
Oh, nice. I did not think anyone was going to get it today.
D.B. Cooper?
Today's National D.B. Cooper Day.
Why?
Yeah.
What? He's a national hero. He jumped out of a plane.
It was back on November 24th today of 1971, the day before Thanksgiving, that a man boarded a one-way plane ticket he got a one-way plane ticket from Portland to Seattle, and then ordered a bourbon and 7-Up. And then when the plane went off, he says, "I have a bomb in my briefcase. I'll use it if necessary. I want you to sit next to me." To the flight attendant, "You're being hijacked." Then he extorted about $200,000 and jumped out. A whole bunch of other stuff happened. Long story short, jumped out of a plane. No one's ever found him again.
So can I ask a question?
Yes.
Why is he the hero of the Pacific Northwest?
It's just someone that people knew of.
Yeah,
that came from the Northwest.
Yeah,
he's a hero to He's a hero to criminals, man. He's a hero to Kid Rock. He worked him into one of his songs.
That's okay. That's a good point. I guess everybody has their heroes.
And no one ever found that money.
It's also 6:20 in the morning. I couldn't think of another word to use at that moment.
I see. All right. Yeah. There you go. Infamous is probably what you were looking for.
Infamous would be way better.
All right, fair enough.
Crazy. But originally, when he purchased the ticket, he went by the pseudonym of Dan Cooper. But over the course of time, it became D.B. Cooper.
Isn't that bizarre? They even changed his name.
And they have yet to find him. They believe he died when he jumped out of the plane, but nobody ever found the body.
Ooh, he's with Amelia Earhart somewhere.
One of life's greatest mysteries.
Yes.
Truth. All right, this could be one of the most ridiculous headlines. Canadian drivers are warned to not let moose lick their cars.
Why?
City folks just don't get it.
This is in some farming area over in Jasper, Alberta, Canada. They have LED signs saying, "Hey, do not let moose lick your car." Apparently, there's been an issue with that because the moose, they like to get their salt fix by licking automobiles. I guess they're big fans of road salt, and then they realize, we could just lick the salt off the vehicles, but then now the moose are getting hit by the cars. It's just been a ridiculous thing.
That's not good.
And they said, if you hit a moose with your car, you take the legs out from under it, and that could possibly go through your windshield as well. So they're just trying to get people to, not let the moose lick their cars.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
Just don't get it.
Yeah. Good luck to you. Right. Also, they said that they've seen more and more moose these days because, the local wolf population is declining. And according to the story, the moose are benefiting.
City folks just don't get it.
That's what's going on.
Yesterday, I don't know if you guys were watching Monday Night Football.
I watched it. I wish I didn't, but I did.
You know what? I enjoyed that game for one reason and one reason only. It's fun to watch Tom Brady be a giant, big baby.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Oh, my God.
I thought that was awesome.
There is that. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. It was so great. And so, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they had a chance to win it at the end. And what does Tom Brady do? It's like he just lobbed it into the hands of the secondary for the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah.
It was insane. It was like as if he wasn't even trying. He's like, here you guys go. I don't want to play football anymore.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what was going on with him, but you know what? That's as good of an explanation as anything. But we needed him to play better.
He had a couple of those during the game. Like a couple of them. The second half was just red rotten for Tom Brady. So, it would have been nice to see the Rams lose. Although, if you look at the playoff picture, if everything stopped now, the Seahawks would be the number 5 seed, right?
Yes.
The number 4 seed would be the NFC East winners, which would be the Philadelphia Eagles right now. So is it necessarily a bad thing
Good call.
to have the 5 seed if you have to play the NFC East winner?
That's a really good point.
Really, no team coming out of the NFC East is going to be good. Yeah, I mean, you should beat those teams.
Yeah, you're right about that, and I feel like you have a point, sir.
Because what, Philadelphia is in first place with a 3-6-1 record,
and we're going to find out. We're going to find out how good they are this Monday.
Yes, Monday Night Football. That'll be when the Seahawks play. So, anyways, yeah, the Rams ended up winning that game. What was it, 27-24? It was a fun game, though. I did enjoy watching Tom Brady being a big baby. Sorry, Joe. After the game, because it's customary that quarterbacks meet up at the end of the game and shake each other's hands, say, hey, good game. Tom Brady's known for being just a big, sore loser. Like, when they win, he finds the quarterback no problem. When they lose, he's nowhere to be found. And there's a great video of Jared Goff just, like, aimlessly walking around looking for Tom Brady, and he's already gone. Didn't shake his hand. That is lame. I honestly, why are you still in the game if you can't be a better guy? You're 43, man. Yeah. At this point, you should grow up. I don't understand that at all. How about Shannon Sharp? He went on Twitter and said, I guess Brady doesn't know Goff well enough to shake his hand after losing. Yet he knows every quarterback after he wins. Brady is full of what that elephant left on the showground. His attitude is bull jive, and it's time to call his ass out on it. I think he's right about that. Yeah, I mean that is really bad sportsmanship, especially when you've had a great career like him. You're at the time of your life where you're supposed to really be like cool and talking to all the new dudes. Mm-hmm. But he's like one of those guys. He's just he's on Uncle Rico. He's becoming Uncle Rico. I'm sad I lost. Yeah. Well, maybe we shouldn't throw interceptions. Yeah, or I'm sad maybe I'm past my prime. Well, too bad, I mean, maybe you should have just retired. But you know what? We call him a baby, but we could also call him naughty. Because I don't know if you guys were listening to the game, but he had a new, when he was calling an audible during the game, it was a rather interesting thing that he would call. Check it out.
Hey, Red Panty.
Oh. Red Panty.
Oh, wow. Okay, I like that one.
How about that?
Oh,
yeah. Naughty boy.
Wow.
All right, we go from one quarterback to our quarterback, and that's Russell Wilson. Big news in the world of the Seahawks. I don't know if you heard yesterday. It's all over the news.
What's happening?
Huge thing that just came out about Russell Wilson. He's now being followed back by DK Metcalf on Twitter. Woo! I don't know why, but this was a thing that was trending on the internet. But apparently Russell Wilson went on Twitter and said, hey, thanks for the follow back, bro. And DK responds by saying, might as well follow you back. And they going back and forth. It was to the point where somebody said, I'm going to start calling you guys Russ Calf, because there was like a little romance between the two of them on Twitter.
I am shocked that he hasn't already been following him back.
Well, at one point, I mean, Russell just stopped following everybody and like only followed like a couple of people. But it seems like he's starting to refollow people from time to time.
How about you? Are you on that list?
No, but fun fact, for some reason he does like my, whoever runs his Facebook Russell Wilson page likes my Facebook page.
Oh, well, that's cool.
So he follows me on Facebook.
Well, that's something.
Yeah, but I slid into his DMs. He doesn't respond.
Oh, no, you know that word.
Maybe it's because I haven't purchased his new fragrance. I did not know this until today, but apparently last week Russell is now in the world of fragrance.
Oh, here we go.
Him and Sierra, they are doing something that hasn't been done before, a joint fragrance called RNC Fragrance Duo. It's $90, and it's a set of two distinct, sultry scents connected by magnets to form a modern sculptural glass bottle. It's the first of its kind, BJ.
Oh, is it really?
I don't know if you've seen it, but it is kind of cool. It's like, it looks like these two perfume bottles making love.
Yeah, they do. And is it one? So one's for the one person in your relationship, and the other's for the other? Is that the idea?
It says the scents can be worn by all and doesn't conform to traditional perfume and cologne gendered notes.
Oh.
And apparently, according to Russell Wilson, the R scent of the two is effortlessly sexy.
Did not say that.
Yes, he did.
It did not say that.
Yes, he did.
Okay, there's a problem there.
Go Hawks. Yeah. I bet he said it in that voice.
He probably did.
He's busy making perfume. One former Seahawk is out in Hawaii handing out free turkeys to people. I'll give you one guess on who you think it is.
Oh, man. One Seahawk is handing out turkeys in Hawaii?
Come on, it's such a ridiculous story. Who would do that?
Marshawn.
Grabbing my ding-ding.
And turkeys. Yeah, he's just in the street with 200 turkeys, handing them to people in need. It was awesome.
That Marshawn, man. Plus, he's in Hawaii. So, it's a great reason to get to Hawaii.
Big game tonight over at Lumen Field, formerly known as CenturyLink Field, as the playoffs begin. Your Seattle Sounders taking on the LA Football Club. That game starts at 7:30 on ESPN. One player from the Sounders will not be there, and if you figure out what player it is, then you know which player has COVID. Because apparently one player on the Sounders has COVID. They haven't announced who it is, but everybody else tested negative.
Oh, all right. So
if you see your favorite player's not on the field, it might be because he's got the Rona.
Danny, any news? Do you know do you have any idea who it is?
Probably Arriaga.
Oh.
I think he's still doing his quarantine, but I know that a bunch of people, he was out at international duty, so that probably makes sense.
Oh, okay. Well, it's nice to know that in the world of that sport, we'll just do what we want.
And as far as weather, 52 degrees. We have some rain today, and that's the Mix Report, and that's what's up.
All right, so Danny, this is the real deal. This is the aggregate. Like we go to they come here, we go there, and then is that how it goes?
No more aggregate in playoffs. This is knockout round. If we lose tonight, we're out for the season.
Done.
Wait, what? Why did they do that?
They stopped it last year, didn't they?
Like I said, last year, man, I was so upset when they stopped it.
We had this exact conversation last year.
Yeah, we did. Wow. But I just got used to the aggregate. Like,
clearly
I learned
you
that
haven't.
rule. Don't change it. Man.
You got used to it after the year they got rid of it.
That makes sense.
I guess I still haven't really let it down. I really haven't. Yeah. Well, hey, go Sounders.
Now, if the Sounders win, will Tom Brady shake their hand?
Probably not.
Okay,
I'm going to go with, yeah.
So we have home pitch advantage because we had a better record. Is that the idea?
Yep.
All right. Well, good for us.
Go Sounders.
Yeah. Well, speaking of sports, Patrick Mahomes was doing an interview and was asked about a love that he has for ketchup.
Everybody always talks about you put ketchup on everything, bro. Tell me you don't put ketchup on turkey.
Yeah, dude. I mean, come on. You got to put ketchup on that. Turkey and ham.
Get the hell out of here. You're joking, right? You don't on the Thanksgiving turkey, you put ketchup on it?
Oh, yeah, man. Come on. You know me better than that.
What about that cranberry sauce stuff?
No, that's not for me. Yeah, I mean, you can keep that one your way. It's not for me.
Comes to turkey, do you like white meat or dark meat?
Mixture of both, but probably dark more.
Well, I agree with one out of the three things you just said.
That's it. That last
cranberry sauce is awesome. Mm-hmm. Ketchup on turkey sounds weird.
True.
Yeah.
But white and dark meat, I could go with both. Get behind both, yeah.
Totally.
Wow, ketchup on turkey. Yeah,
That sounds like a waste. It's like putting ketchup on a steak. Why would you do that?
See, that's something you do as a child, because I did that as a child, and it's actually fine. Like, ketchup on turkey does taste fine. It's just doesn't seem like it's necessary now as an adult.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe you know what, Patrick is still not, he's still a kid.
Well, there are people that absolutely are ketchup freaks.
Yeah.
I used to know a girl who would just buy the big thing of Heinz and she would just drink it. And probably one a week.
That girl needs to see a therapist.
Yeah, she really does.
Yeah, that's a thing that, no.
I'm up for trying it again. I haven't had it for a while. Maybe I'll do it for this Thanksgiving. A little ketchup on my turkey. I mean, it's not like he's saying he's putting pudding on his turkey. Ketchup's delicious.
I'm trying to think if I have any turkey at all in a sauce-like situation. I have chicken tomato sauce. I've had that, but I don't know if I've had turkey and tomato sauce. That's
a turkey parm or something?
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had. I I don't think I've ever had turkey parm. I don't know why.
It doesn't sound like
no one asks for turkey outside of Thanksgiving because chicken's far superior.
Or a lot of people do the turkey meatballs, turkey sausage,
That's
all
true.
that turkey bacon.
Turkey burgers. I mean, I've had ketchup on a turkey burger.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Apparently, he loves ketchup so much that now he is an endorser for Hunt's ketchup.
Okay, so this is really what's going on. Is that
he's been at it for a couple of years now.
Yeah. All right. So he's become that famous for loving ketchup. If Hunt's found him,
he says, "I've been a fan of ketchup for as long as I can remember, and the thick, rich flavor of Hunt's ketchup delivers every time."
Man.
He also said it was sexy, like Russell's fragrance.
What a great idea, though, because he goes for Hunt's ketchup, and he's already kind of wanting to be against Heinz. When you think about it, because
he doesn't play for the Steelers. If he played for the Steelers, he would have to.
It would have to be Heinz.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
But what a great thing! You go. I mean, you want to beat the Steelers, and you know what? Why not beat the ketchup that represents the Steelers too? Let's do that as well.
Sure, why not?
He puts ketchup on everying from eggs, scrambled eggs.
Oh, of course.
Egg sandwich, ketchup is great on that as well. Of course. To steak, no.
Just no.
And then mac and cheese.
It's fine, yeah.
Oh, yeah, ketchup on mac and cheese actually isn't too bad.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have tomato sauce, like a marinara.
But that's like two kids' things, ketchup and mac and cheese. Yeah.
But only a little ketchup on the mac and cheese, and that's just, it's just for a little flavor.
Yeah, I'd rather put the old Frank's on there.
Yeah. Oh,
I just love that he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of our generation right now.
Yes.
and he's also got the food palate of a 12-year-old.
That's what, you know what?
He's a little bit younger on that one.
All right, the food palate of an 8-year-old.
There you go.
Maybe that's his secret. Yesterday, Steve did get this one right.
In the card game blackjack, what two values does the ace have?
11 and 1.
Yes.
11.
Peach.
11.
Talk about an 8-year-old. Okay, I'll count all the way up to 11. You want a shot at Beanie Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's a question from a listener. My house is currently in foreclosure. I've stopped making payments. What can I do to save my house?
If you're already in foreclosure behind on your mortgage, you can stop the foreclosure by filing a bankruptcy. There's different types of bankruptcy. Chapter 13 can help you catch up on your house payments if you're behind. It would mean that you'd have to start making your house payments again and catch up on the amount that you're behind over 5 years. You could also take off or strip off your second mortgage, which would help you to reduce your housing payment every month, especially once you're done with the plan and done catching up on your first mortgage. We could also try to buy you some time by filing a Chapter 13 case. Filing a Chapter 13 would definitely stop your foreclosure.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Are you a smart investor? Do you take your asset allocation into your own hands? If this is you, Equity Multiple may be what you've been waiting for. Equity Multiple is wealth-building technology that stands above the rest. Access exclusive commercial real estate starting with just $5K. There are so many investing options out there now, it can be overwhelming. Equity Multiple brings you cash flow real estate investments with different return profiles, so you can confidently move beyond stocks and bonds. Once you invest, Equity Multiple's experienced asset managers go to work on your behalf so you can rest easy. Equity Multiple has been helping smart investors build more elevated portfolios since 2015, delivering a 17.4% net annualized return to investors. Visit equitymultiple.com/boost and receive an enhanced return on your first investment. All investments involve risk, and past performance is no guarantee of future returns.